I mean, Courtney, I love you, but
Oh my God,
that Fringe.
Courtney, bang.
Well,
The Fringe,
I
right?
definitely think Scream 3 was one of my best looks.
This film is shrouded in mystery. How nervous have you all been about revealing spoilers, and like, was there any precautions put in place to protect them?
Well, I think basically we're just told not to tell you anything. So,
Okay, cool.
so interviews are
that
really
concludes it.
challenging. So we can talk about anything else, just not the movie.
I mean, didn't you have like different scripts or something like that passed around on set?
The first script that I read was a false ending. The one that they first sent me was it was a different ending totally, and they kept it a mystery until inevitably we had to find out because we were shooting the scenes.
I've never worked like that before, but it was so exciting and cool, and just kind of added to the meta nature of the whole thing.
Yeah, let's just hope that none of you forget your lines, innit? And then try to go to the other person. They don't know.
Yeah, they have no idea.
I forgot a lot of lines. I'm getting old.
For us, at the end of the day, it was all about protecting the movie for the audience when people go to see it, because you only get to watch it once for the first time and to really have that experience of really living in the whodunit and the mystery. And that's just so precious to us, you know? And I think I still remember David came and we had scripts lying around on his first day of shooting. And I remember him saying like, is there like a shredder or something we could put these in? Because that's how we dealt with it on the others.
With the secrets of this movie.
Neve and Courtney, you and David are all back for another installment of Ghostface Mayhem. What convinced you to return?
I had been apprehensive at first. I mean, I love making these movies, but to do it with Wes was a bit nerve-wracking. Just because he was such a master. Like, or is anyone else going to do it as well? You know. But Matt and Tyler wrote me a letter prior to my decision to commit, and express the fact that they are directors because of Wes Craven, and that they made their movie Ready or Not because of Scream, which is a brilliant movie, and they just really wanted to honor his legacy and make a proper Scream movie, and they've done a phenomenal job. I really think they have, and they've elevated it in so many ways as well, and they cast such a great new cast as well. So yeah, I'm really glad I jumped on.
Oh man, I love playing the role of Dewey. He's so much fun, and I love working with those two. I mean, it was sad, obviously, because Wes wasn't there, and we had to really think about that. But Matt and Tyler were really inspired to Wes to be filmmakers, so that made it really easy, and they did a great job. It's really scary, it's really funny, it's, it just builds on the whole world that Wes created.
Well, I just thought it was such a bold move to bring back a franchise that's been gone for so long, and that I thought they must have a really strong, well, not only passion, but vision, and they did.
Neve and Courtney, you've seen Survive Ghostface many a times, and Melissa, I'm sure you're a fan of the franchise. But which of your former co-stars' on-screen deaths stick in your minds the most from past films?
Probably Elise Neal's death. Also, Rose McGowan in the garage door.
Yeah.
That's
The garage
just
door, yeah.
brutal.
And Drew.
Drew. I mean, that's the iconic one.
But
They're the ones
Jada,
that stick out for you.
Jada Pinkett Smith,
Yeah.
another iconic one. There's so many iconic ones.
I mean, Jamie Kennedy, we all miss Jamie. It's so great. It was so fun to work with him. He's such a hilarious character.
I think just in terms of like the mechanism of the kill, Tatum's death in the first one was just so. I'm never gonna look at a garage door the same way ever again. So that
what? I
that's
should
up
have
there.
said that. She was my sister in the movie, and I love you too, Rose. I'm sorry. Oh man, stop.
I mean,
They're all good though. They're all the
Okay.
kills are fantastic.
Now, Courtney, if the Friends gang were being pursued by Ghostface, who would be the final girl and who would be behind the mask?
I'll tell you who would not be behind the mask.
Go.
Lisa Kudrow. I just don't see it. I don't see it either. I think Matt and David would be too obvious. I think it would have to be Jennifer behind the mask. I would like to be behind the mask.
Yeah.
If I had to kill
I
the
can
other
see
cast
that.
members, I
Yeah.
would feel bad. I really like them.
You would just clean the blood up
Yeah.
afterwards.
She would be so good cleaning up. She would know everything. The bleach, he has already everything under the sink.
I'd have a precise
Yeah.
precision of...
You would cook everyone. Oh my God.
Exactly. It would be a feast.
You would cook
Thanksgiving.
everyone. That's amazing. I'd see that movie.
So wrong.
Can you each give me one tip? What is your best advice to survive one of these films?
Don't answer the phone.
Yeah.
Don't answer the phone.
Inevitably, that's it, isn't it?
Don't go upstairs. Just don't.
Just
Don't go upstairs. Your only exit's a window. It's not. Don't do it.
Don't go back up the stairs. You know, all the old
they can
Jamie
see
Kennedy,
you,
Randy lines.
Close the blinds, yeah.
Get in your car and drive as fast as you can. Don't make yourself a part of the whodunnit.
Yeah.
It doesn't go well for those people.
It's Dwayne Martin's character in 2. Just get in a taxi and leave.
And leave the movie.
just cut.
Yeah.
Now, the Scream franchise has spanned 4 different decades, which means like many fashions, yeah, looking back. Which ones, like which looks did you love and what would you leave behind?
Courtney.
I mean, Courtney, I love you, but
Oh my God,
that fringe.
Courtney, bang.
Well,
The
I
fringe, right?
definitely think Scream 3 was one of my best looks. I mean,
Those bangs were awesome.
I just don't know what I was thinking and why I didn't say we need a new piece.
Was that your idea?
It was David's idea.
I wanted to, at the time, I thought it was a good idea to have cool little bangs because each movie I like to look a little, you know, she's evolved or devolved in this case. But my eyebrows were, I think, probably up to date for the time. I don't think you weren't doing that.
No, I was not doing that.
Why was I doing that? No eyebrows. The piece of bangs were cut too short, and we only
Yeah.
had one. And
You
that's
only
a
had
dumb
one.
mistake. It's forever on film, and I didn't, for some reason, at that point in my life, wasn't the kind of person to go, we gotta figure this out. Instead, I was like, I don't want to hold anybody up. I'll just do it. What?
But it's so iconic
done.
now. It's amazing.
Yeah. Was there anything from set that you guys like held on to as like memorabilia?
Oh,
Matt,
yeah.
do you care to share your...
So go. What have you
I
got?
mean,
man?
If it is not taped down,
Yes.
Matt will end up in Matt's car.
I mean, I fucking love. I'm sorry. I love movies, you know, and it's like I love movie memorabilia just as like a movie fan. So, as ever since we started making movies together, I always just kind of collect stuff and keep it. And on this one, it's no different. And I think I finally got you guys on board with doing this more. Like
No, every day after we'd wrap, we'd be driving back to the hotel, and you'd pull something out of your backpack that you had swiped from set.
I'm big into that stuff. I love it.
You taught us how to paint.
I did it.
Which was
I'm
the
a
greatest
certified
thing.
Bob Ross instructor, the old like television painter. So I taught them all how to paint, which
It
was really
was
fun.
this amazing day where he brought in paint and easels and boards and everything and just taught us how. It's still, it's in my apartment. I like hung it up. It's amazing.
So nice.
It's so great. It was like a mountainscape and a lake and some happy little trees. It was fantastic.
Now, this is the first time we obviously spoke about it a little bit earlier, but this is the first time the late great Wes Craven isn't behind the camera. In what way does this new film continue his incredible legacy, Nev?
I mean, in most ways. I mean, these directors really wanted to stay true to Wes's legacy and to his filmmaking and to his vision, and they've done a phenomenal job. I'd say it's gorier. These guys take gore to another level, so be prepared for that. But they bring the humor and they bring the scares and they bring the suspense and they bring the moments of jump out of your seat, and they've just done it. They've studied Wes and studied Wes and studied Wes, and they've done it. They pulled it off.
And what would you say to anybody who hasn't experienced the Scream legacy and are thinking to give this one a go? What would you say?
If you want a good laugh and you want a good scare and a really fun roller coaster ride with an audience and a shared experience, this is the film for you.
And it's a relaunch, so it's fresh. It's I mean, like she said, so scary.
I think it's also made with bringing on a new generation, like a new audience in mind. It's very up to the times, and it's a very diverse cast, and I feel like if this is the first movie that you watch out of the whole franchise, you will understand everything because everything is pretty much explained and it's very clear. But if you know the first 4 movies, you will get a lot of the connections and a lot of the Easter eggs that are, what makes it so special. But for the new audience, I feel like watching this new Scream, they're gonna want to go back and watch the first 4 because they're gonna want to know where it all comes from. So I feel like it's a great introduction for a new generation.